We'll have to see if he can continue to push. whap able to replenish his troops pretty quickly. That gold base, very, very important for him, and a planetary fortress going down to that gold base.
Yeah, both players floating a lot of minerals here. Yellow floating near 5,000. Economy's looking good for both players.
The food, very similar.
Both pretty short on gas.
144 for NormalGeek, 137 for whap. And these Blue Flame Hellions picking off a couple probes. Meanwhile, NormalGeek's army moving to the center and then crossing over to try to get rid of these Hellions. No, these Hellions causing them serious problems.
Poor Hellion.
Those charge lots.
Ooh, micro with some of those Zealots.
Taking some damage.
Work.
These Hellions do go down.
The Hellions go down.
And a Void Ray going to this base in the bottom right. We'll see if he's going to do anything. Charging up on the command center, he might start to target those SCVs. No, it looks like he's just going to
and runs over.
Looks like he's going to follow the command center. I think that command center has made its last SCV.
Ooh, he's coming back. I think he might try to repair it a little bit. I'd hope so. Not attacking any of the SCVs. I'm really not sure what's going on here. I think we're getting trolled here. So.
And missile turret
pulling him to the tower.
Yeah, missile turret going down. The SCV's just now trying to repair it. 2 towers about to be up.
Too late.
And will he be able to save this command center? No, he won't. It goes down.
Oh.
But the Void Ray taking some serious damage. And a Viking is going to come.
Viking's going to handle that Void Ray.
Clean it up. Meanwhile, NormalGeek taking the middle of the map. Looks like he's about ready to push. And I don't know. That's a
scary army.
That's a lot of effing siege tanks.
That is true, but we saw what those siege tanks did last time. Not shit, especially because all those Zealots are tanking 4 Colossi. All those Stalkers with the upgrade. It's gonna be some serious damage there. So
now we've got
siege tanks unsieging right now.
A couple more Banshees. whap not aware of where the Protoss army is. These Banshees checking the top left expansion at the same time that NormalGeek is taking down those rocks, trying to expand there. It looks like these Banshees might find out what's going on. It looks like they see it. Meanwhile, another Nexus going down on the natural for the left-hand side position.
Very nice, very nice.
A lot of little micro battles going on here.
When pulling his whole Protoss army back, I don't think they like those Banshees very much.
One Banshee goes down.
Cannon, but I don't think it's going to work.
Nope, and that Banshee is down. NormalGeek biding his time here. Another command center.
Another command center is going down.
Being built, and whap has a nice set of Vikings ready to take out these Colossus. And maybe some Void Rays. Check out the right side of the map. Those 2 groups of air units fly right by each other, just barely missing each other. And the Colossus stepping out. Wow! What a waste of Hellions.
Are just getting roasted.
It's a shame those Vikings weren't there.
I think he needs to stop making Hellions.
And now these Void Rays harassing the expansion in the back. Vikings on the way, though.
So I don't know if you noticed the ghosts that are fully energized, ready for EMP.
Oh yeah, they can make a huge difference in this. And I think he's just waiting to be attacked. Meanwhile, NormalGeek transferring all of his probes over to that new expansion, and he is taking the expansion in the top left as well. We are seeing some heavy macro play here. A Zealot scouting around on the top of the Terran border. We'll have to see what happens. A planetary defense, another planetary being built just outside the gold base. These Vikings trying to snipe.
I like this play.
Some Colossus, and they do. They get 1.
And we can another. That's very good play from the Terran player whap right here.
whap playing very, very conservatively. He does not want to lose this game. A 1 medium 2 topping pizza is on the line.
So delicious. And the Hellion's getting roasted again. I think he's getting rid of some units. Trying to get a little information. Vikings coming in from behind.
Uh-oh.
Might get picked up by the Stalkers, though, if he's not careful.
Stalkers don't have blink, though, so they're not
almost loses 1
to catch him. A tank going up. And it looks like whap is preparing to take the right part of this map. This Viking's just scouting around, looking for any kind of trouble. Meanwhile, NormalGeek just sitting idly with his army. Oh, man. One of these two is going to have to decide they want to win the game.
Someone wants that pizza. Someone's hungry for that pizza. Ooh, Siege Tank's doing some splat.
And if he can leapfrog these Siege Tanks, he'll be able to slowly take position up and push NormalGeek back. And that might force NormalGeek to start playing a little more aggressively.
That's true now, there's Soul. And if... Ooh, you might be able to Fortress right there to help with the Siege Tank damage. I really feel that's what he's doing.
Yeah, a lot of command
sending in more
Vikings. He's trying to build...
essentially cover the...
Go ahead.
I was saying he was going to essentially cover this whole map. Like this whole middle part of the map with the Siege Tanks if he just made a line. With the Thors backing him up and some SCVs and mule drops, you know, he can hold off a big attack from this Protoss player.
Now, this is interesting. WhapP slowly pushing forward with command centers, converting them to planetary fortresses. This is getting
so good.
A little absurd.
So good.
And NormalGeek sees this expansion on the right side, and this is definitely the weakest part, and he will probably take this down unless WhapP decides to engage.
He's going to have to cancel.
And it looks like WhapP is going to try to maybe trap him in here.
Ooh, sending the Thors and the Vikings. I really like this play.
Vikings.
Protoss army trying to run.
One Colossus goes down.
One by one.
And the tanks moving forward without support. They better be careful. Those charge lots can do some serious damage. The Vikings continuing to snipe off these Colossus. Another Colossus.
Ooh, another Colossi dropping down.
Man. Bad times for NormalGeek. He's a little indecisive. He either needs to go for it or not half do it and lose 2 Colossus for no reason. And this might be it.
Ooh, the Ghost getting in.
Ghost getting fried. 1 EMP down. These Thors are going to do some work on these Stalkers. Meanwhile, on the top part of this map, the Vikings pick off the other Colossus, and this is not looking too good. A mothership has come into play. The mothership at the top part of the map. And very, very interesting stuff. They made a bet, or they made a deal before this game. They said, NormalGeek said, if you don't make ghosts, I won't make a mothership. He saw the ghosts come out. That mothership goes down, though, and it looks like
these Siege Tanks need to go siege mode.
Well, they're taking out those Zealots. They don't want to be... Uh-oh, now they need to retreat. They've got no support whatsoever, trying to get back to the Planetary Fortress. NormalGeek retreats as well. And Jesus Christ, what is it going to take for somebody to win this game?
Well, I think it's going to take about 5 more Planetary Fortresses there, so some more Siege Tank, more Hellions getting roasted for no apparent reason.
He's got 2 more Colossus up, a bunch more Zealots on the way, 2 more Colossus in the queue, and he's building another mothership. If he can get that mothership into play, this could be very good. Siege Tank's doing some damage. I'm not sure if this is the right time to engage. We'll see if those charge lots can get in there. Those Siege Tanks doing some serious damage, but getting owned. The Planetary, though, doing some
back
work.
To that fort. Just roasted people. It's so good.
And this looks like a solid push here.
Ooh. Protoss is going to win this battle. And Terran doesn't really have that many units.
No.
He might end up losing this game.
If we look at the food count, WhapP with 98, NormalGeek with 167. He needs to go ahead and try to take this out, trying to get rid of that command center. It is on fire, and it's going to go down. Boom!
Ooh, this over command's neck.
Yep.
Over command's going to go down.
There is nothing WhapP can do right now.
Got some planetary fortresses, but can't really move those unless the Thors can throw them or something. And he's going to lose all of these units. Plus this expand. He's going to try to lift up, but it's not going to do any good.
Oh, this is not looking good for WhapP. I think we might see NormalGeek moving on to the semifinals. NormalGeek checking this last little mineral patch to make sure nothing's there, and then I think he will push very hard. 4 Colossus in his army now. Couple of Zealots getting picked off.
Lots killing.
The mothership almost
doing
done.
some micro.
And here it comes. He is...
yeah, this is a scary army. It's a scary looking army. 3 observers in the army as well. That's just that's double scary. That's just Vikings coming in to peek a little bit and realizes they're about to get fucked up.
And here comes a mothership.
This isn't looking good for for the Terran player.
NormalGeek taking out those rocks, trying to get this bottom right expansion. Not really wanting to engage whap's army, but if he did, he would crush right through it. NormalGeek looks like
while he's doing that, whap's building more hell. I don't understand the Hellions very much. You know, he has a plan. He's better than me. I'm not going to question. Mothership engaging with the charge. And the full force coming in.
And this is it. Look at the Colossus just doing work. Those Thors tried to hang on, but nothing is going to stop this force. And this is going to be it. Wow, GG's! There it is!
What a great game.
And NormalGeek going on to the semifinals. Wow. What a marathon game there. Holy shit.